Hello there and welcome to the Mobile Academy. And if you want to become a job ready Flutter developer, make sure to check out the courses on my website mobileacademy.io. Here you will find all of the courses related to the Flutter development. You will find the professional course as well as the basic course related to the Flutter. You can also find some of the free courses over here if you want to just go and try it out, or if you are just a beginner on the Flutter and then the React Native, you can also find the free course over here. And if you would like to be a full stack developer, we also have the course related to the full stack developer, related to the Node.js, Express, MongoDB, as well as the Flutter over here. And if you would like to join the Flutter bootcamp, there is also a bootcamp course over here. So make sure to go and check out the course over here. There are free and then they paid course. And if you want to be a job ready Flutter developer, this is the course that you want to take. So see you guys on the next lesson. Till then, have a great day. Now let us try to see how we can handle the error in the production as well as in the development. In development, you will require a lot more error information like the stack trace, errors, and all of those information. But once you deploy it to the production server, you don't require all of those information. You just need to simply tell the user what went wrong. So that is also a security reason. And there is also a security reason that you don't want to expose all of those errors and then the stack trace to the user over there. So for that, what we'll do is we'll go to the util over here and we'll create a new file. And let's just create a file name as a global error handler.js. And let's just go and create the const of the global error handler over here. And we'll accept the error request response and then the next from here. And make sure to export this one. So we require the module.export, and let's export the global error handler over here. And let's go to the app over here. And what we need to do is we'll just cut this section from here, and let's just go and paste it over here. So let's just go and paste it over here. And now what we'll do over here is we don't require all of this information, and we'll just import the global error handler that we have over here and just call that particular function from here. And let's just go and see, okay, the server is running already. That's cool. So let's go back over here. Now we need to define that whether this is the production or whether this is the development environment. So how we can access this, whether this is a production or whether this is a development server. So let's just go and add the if condition over here. And in the if condition, we will say the process, right? So I think you can remember previously we have make use of this one, process dot the env, right? Sorry, dot the env that we have. And in the env we can access the node environment. So this will be of the node env, right? Whether it is of the development or the production. So if it is of the development, right, so we are going to send a certain kind of the message over here. So let's just go and close this one over here, and let's try to arrange this one properly over here. So that should be fine. And here we are going to say the else if part, else if the let's just go and set this one. So else if the node development node environment is of the production, then we are going to send a different kind of the error. And then we'll have the finally the else part over here. And in the else part, we'll just go and simply return this particular information from here. Let's just go and send the rest at the status, and then we have the error that the status code, and then we'll format with the JSON and then just send the status and then the message over here. And now let's go back to our this particular development over here. In development, we also want to send the stack trace, right? Stack trace over here, and stack trace, or we'll just say stack trace or the trace. And you also want to send the error over here. So let's just go and send the error over here. and that will be of the error over here. So this will add the stack trace and error to our development the response over here, and in the production we are not going to send that particular, we just require, I guess we just require the status and then the message. So you can just go and have a different kind of the format. Currently it looks quite similar, but you can obviously go and send a different kind of the format for this particular production over here. And you can also extract this to the particularly the separate function, so you can, it looks much more cleaner over here. So this is the let's say send the send error, or we'll just say send the error deb over here, and we require this error request and then the response over here. So I'll just go and cut this section from here, and let's just go and paste it over here. Let's just try to arrange this one properly over here, and I guess let's try to add a proper intent. So we need to make sure that we are in the proper intent over here, and this one also need to be arranged over here. And now I can just go and simply call the send error from here, which is going to send that particular error message. So let's just go and have that. And next we can also have the const of the one more function, send error for the production. So we'll just copy this one from here, and let's just go and paste it over here. That should be fine. Let's just go and arrange it properly, and from here we'll just go and call that particular functionality from here, and that should be the one. So we just need to pass in the request response, and then the error request, and then the response over here. So that should be good enough for us, and let's just try to arrange this one and have some spacing over here so we can see it clearly. That's look pretty cool over here. So now it looks much more cleaner over here. So that is the our simple global error handler. And now if you go back to our the postman over here, and let's try to send a request, and now you can see that we got a lot of the information. We got the error and then the stack trace and all of those information. As I previously mentioned, by default we are always running on the development server, right? If you go to the app.js, I guess we have somewhere make use of that. I think, okay, so here we are just accessing that particular information using the process.env. But if we go to our package.json, we have this particular command to run or execute our application, which is of the npm run deb. So we'll just duplicate this line, that is to run the one is to deb and one is for the prod or production over here. So in the production we don't want to have the node-mon, because we don't want to execute using the node-mon. Node-mon will watch our files, and if there is any changes, then it's going to rebuild the server, right? But in the production we don't require that, so we'll just make use of the node command over here. And in the node command we'll just go and add whether we are in the production or whether we are in the development. So here we'll just go and add the command over here. So let's just go and say this will be of the the node underscore the env, which will be of the production. So this will add the, once we run this one, it's going to add this particular environment variable which is of the production. Or if you go and set over here, you can also set the env to the production over here. But for now we'll just go and set this one to be of the node equals to the production over here. And for that, let's just go and run that particular server. So let me just close the development server, and now let's go and say npm run prod. We have the production server, so npm run prod, and the server is already running on the port 3000. So let's go back, this is also in the 3000. That's cool. So now let's try to send this one, and we just got the information that we require over here, which is of the status and then the message over here. So that's pretty cool over here, right? And the next thing that we can do over here is, if we go back to our global error handler over here, and once we are in the production environment, we also want to check whether that is the some kind of the error or it is the some kind of the operational error. So operational error that we previously talked about is that the user generated error. So if you go to our task controller, these are the error that we have defined over here. So we are catching that, and we know that certain error is going to happen over here, and we are catching that error, and we are throwing that particular error over here. So this kind of the error is we can call it as an operational error, which we know in advance that is going to happen, and we are catching it properly. But there are also certain kind of the errors that we can't catch. So like some kind of the programming error, right? The server errors. We also don't want to send those kind of the error back to the user, right? Because that may also contain some of the sensitive information, or the error may be that is not required for the user. So there may be a multiple cases for this one. So for us, what we will do over here is, let's go over here and we will check one more condition. If that is a error that is generated by the user, or the operational error, that is what we are using over here. And if that is the case, then we will send a different message. Otherwise, we are going to send a different error message over there. So here we will just go and also add one more information that will be of the this dot, let's say the HO operational, and which will be of equals to the true. That is because we are generating this particular we are constructing the app error, and that means that this is an operational error. We are catching this. We know that the error will happen, and we are catching that particular error over here. So we'll just set it to true over here. And now we'll go back to our global error handler over here, and in the production only, we need to check those conditions over here. So let's just go, and on the top I'll just go and say let's just go and add it over here. If condition, if the error that we have dot d is the operational. So let's just go and say what we have over here. Just copy this, and because we are passing that from this error, extending it from error, so we should have access to that one over here. So error dot is operational if it is true, right? This is a true in the JavaScript. And once we have that, we'll just go and move this section to the over here, and that should be the one that we have over here. Let's try to arrange this in the proper intent over here. If it is of the operational error, then we are going to send this particular message. Otherwise, we are going to send a different message from here. So that should be the one over here. We are going to just send a simple message over here, and that will be just copy this one from here and go and paste it over here. And the status, I'll just go and mention this is of the error over here. And the message, we are just going to send some simple message, generic message. Let's say something, right? Something went very wrong over here, and that should be fine. So now we just are looking for the operational error, and if that is the case, then we will send this one. Otherwise, we will just go and send this particular message over there, which is of the generic message to let the user know that something happened, which is an actually the error that is not caught by our program. So let's just go to our test over here, and I guess we need to restart this particular server because we are in the production. So let's just go and close this one, and now let's just go and run our server, which is of the npm run dev over here, and that should be fine. So let's just go and test this one out. That is the development error, and now we can go and add something like the let's just go and run the new server. We need to run this one as the production, right? So now we have that, and let's just go and send. That's fine. So this is the user generated, or this is the route not found. That is perfectly fine. So if you go to the get the tasks, and if you send this one, we are getting no task found with that particular ID. This is a user generated error, so we are getting that the message that we have generated. But in case that is some kind of the error that happens in our server, then we are going to get this generic message over there. So I guess that's all, and you got the idea how to handle the production and then the development error over here, and we'll continue with it in our coming up lesson. Till then, have a great day. Now let us try to see how we can send a custom error message for our production server over here. In the development server, you can see that we are getting a pretty good information like the error and then the stack trace as well, right? So this is good for our development environment, but in the production server, we don't want to have all of those information, and also the message that we are getting should be customized for the user. So let's go and see how we can do that one. So for that, let's go back to our global error handler over here, and let's do that for our production server over here. And currently we are just sending that particular to the send error as a production. And let's just go and switch this server, or let's just go and create our code first of all before switching over here. I'll just go and check the if condition. If the error that we have over here and it is of equals to the cast error, we will just create a new app error. So let's just go and remove this one from here for now, and what we'll do is we'll instead create a new function over here, so that will be much more easier to handle. So I'll just go const handle the cast error, and I guess that should be fine. And now we'll just go, so this should be of the const, and from here we are going to create the const, let's say a const of the message over here, and we'll just create a custom message over here which will say the invalid path and then the value over here. And after that, we'll just go and return from here the new app error. So let's just go and return it a new app error. This will be of the const, and once we have that, we'll just say the resource not found, not that one. So we'll just replace that one with this particular message that we have created, and then the status code will be of the not found, or you can return a different message or the status code from here, like the bad request. So let's say we want to return a bad request from here, and now we need to import this app error. So make sure you have imported it over here, and once we have created this particular function, we should be good to go. Now we'll check for the condition that if the error that name is of the cast error. So you can see the error that we have, and then the name that we have over here should be of the cast error. So name should be of the cast error, and then we are extracting the value of the error dot path and then the error dot the value, error dot the path and then the error dot the value. So we are extracting this one, right, the value and then the path over here. So we'll say that the invalid path is of invalid ID and then the value of that particular ID over here, and that should be fine. And once we check for that particular condition, if the error that the name is of equals to the cast error, that the name is equal to the cast error, then we want to set the custom error over here that will be of the handle our cast error. So we'll just go and we need to pass in the error over here. Don't forget to pass in the error as well over here, because we require that one over here. And once we have that, we are good to go. So now we'll just go and update our error message, and this will go and provide to our send error production. And in the send error production, we are checking for if it is of the operational. So let's just remove this log from here, and this operational is you are getting it from our app error. So here we have set up, if you are creating this as the custom error message, we will set this one to the true. So that is what we are getting. So if it is of the operational error, that should be true, because if it is of the cast error, it should be of the true, and then it should go and give us this particular error message. So now let's just go and run this one as the production server. So npm run production, and let's just go and close the development server, and let's just run it. And now let's try to go and test this one out, and now you can see that we got the status fail and then the custom message which of invalid ID and that particular ID over here. So this is pretty cool over here. Now we have the custom message that we get once we have the the cast error. So you can do the similar concept for rest of the error if you have, and if you want to customize that. But for now we'll just stick with this one because we only require that one. If I go to the patch over here, and we should get that same error message because that's the same thing, the cast error that we are getting. And in the delete it should be also the same one, and currently it is deleted. But if I go and send the something different one over here, and we'll get the same one over here. So that's it's pretty cool. So now we got the pretty good response for our production server as well. And I guess we are quite getting ready to release the production server over here. So let's meet up in the next one, and till then, have a great day.